Hello traders, how you doing today? I hope you've been having a good week and a good month. And it's been hard to get on this. It's been hard to do videos when we've got Periscope running and we've got so many other things happening. And I don't want to abandon my followers. And I am going to be doing more videos. It's just, but like I said, between the trading and all the extra hours of MrTopStep, it makes them pretty taxing. Anyways, the name of this video is going to be called "The Pitbull's Thursday Friday Low in Effect." Now, I'm going to start the video out by saying one thing. I want to remind everyone that these are not your father's markets, and nor are these your father's charts. Everything's changing. Everything has changed, and it continues to change. And I really believe in my heart that there's a lot less of us out there, and there's a lot more robots than we care to know about. But that said, listen, I want to talk about the positive expiration stats, and then we'll move into some stuff. Every day next week, going into the April expiration, is a positive day minus 1 day. And what I kind of think is that, well, the S&P is moving down right now. Right now it is 10:30, right after 10:30 Central Time. And as you can see, the S&P is sold off from 2052 or 2054 level down to 2042, and we just made a low here at 2041.75. Crude oil hit that started out yesterday breaking through the 37.5 level, 37.50 level, traded up through $38. I thought it looked extended at 38, but overnight it went all the way up to 39. Well, just now it went all the way up to 39.84, and it is now fallen back. But we've made several highs up toward the 39, 39.5, 39.84 level. And we've got sells that are showing up on 3 different levels up there. Now look, I don't really know what to expect about what's going on here. My gut feeling is that we're getting close to a high, but that said, when the markets are this thin and you're going into an expiration like this and you have positive stats like that, you got to expect that we're going to get some type of pushback up next week. Now, do I think that the markets are going to go up every day next week? No, I don't. But I do think, as like I said, that the Pitbull's Thursday, Friday low is in effect, and the fact that the stats are good, I think you got to play into this a little bit. Now, next week we have a total of 14 economic releases. That's not very many, but we have a boatload of Fed speak. I think 8 different Fed bank presidents speak. Now, at the end of the day, I think what's going to happen here is that you're going to get some type of pullback, and then I think we start to go back up, as we're seeing right here. But I'm not sure that we're just going to start going back up on Monday right away. Now, last year, the Pitbull warned everybody going into July that he expected increased volatility going into the final week of July, and thus August 24th came around. J.P. Morgan is talking about some type of middle of the summer high. They're talking about higher prices from here, which I don't doubt that could happen. But I'm very, very leery about this upside rally right now. After a 265 handle rally with no pullbacks other than a 20 or 30 handle pullback, I think that it could get a little slippery in here. And ideally, if you're bullish, you want to see the market pull back, and you want to see it kind of back and fill a little bit before it starts going back up again, because this kind of straight word, push up, it gets kind of dicey, and I think it is getting dicey. But then I want to talk about one last thing. Now, as the Pitbull said, he was concerned about the final week of July last year, and really that unfolded throughout the end of the year and then right into the beginning of the year. So I think you do have to be cautious. But I'm going to say something that very few people have been talking about. The best 6 months for stocks comes to an end at the end of April, and the worst 6 months for stocks starts May to October. And these are the turbulent months that I think you have to be concerned about. But I'm going to go back to one thing. And there's an old adage about selling in May and walking away, and I think you may want to start to think about that. I'm not sure that the S&P is going to make it all the way into the summer before we get another pullback. But that said, I want to let everybody know that we're increasing our following on Periscope. We think that that's a really, really great medium to go out and be able to talk live and reach out to you guys. And I would download that app on your telephone, because I'm talking during the day and I do what I call the final 45. That's the last 45 minutes of the day's trade. And I'm in here pointing out charts and what the MIM's doing, and all sorts of other stuff. And then lastly, I want to talk about our European shift. We've got Raphael in there, and what we're going to be doing is we are going to be opening up a free room for the European shift. That means wherever you are in the world, if you want to connect into our charts and you want to connect into what we're seeing and doing and during the night session, you'll get a great opportunity to do that, and it's going to be free of charge. We're not looking for anything other than that. And I want to, last but not least, I want to say one thing. MrTopStep is dedicated to education, trading, and news. We don't sell anybody's email addresses. We don't have anything to do with anything like that. So feel free to join some of our services and know that we're not going to be out there hacking your email out to everybody in the world. I want to wish everybody a really great weekend. The markets are a little bit choppy here, but lastly, I want to remind everybody not to forget that there's 3 parts to the trading session. There's what happens in Globex at night. There's what happens after the 8:30 open, and then there's whatever happens after 2 o'clock when the mutual funds or those guys with the better seats on Wall Street decide what they're going to do into the close. And that's where I come in on the final 45. We'll see you guys next week, and I will get back on, and we've got a lot more video stuff coming in. I promise you I'll be back. Thank you.